white, and boom. Tonight, some of the biggest fireworks displays of the year will be taking place. But how do the weather conditions impact your perfect view? Well, meteorologist Lisa Raffa is here to explain everything from the vibrancy of the colors to poor air quality from the smoke.
We've had some fireworks shows all weekend. Of course, tonight no different, with it being the 4th of July. Heat and humidity bubbling up, maybe a few storms. You might find a storm around with maybe some lightning early on in the evening, but these storms are going to be driven by the heat and humidity, so they'll collapse, and we're looking mostly cloudy and muggy for some of those fireworks shows later on this evening. Now, how does the weather impact your ability to view some fireworks? Well, this is a really cool tool from the National Weather Service. When it comes to humidity, a lot of humidity means less vibrant colors, and maybe too little humidity means more vibrant colors. Well, we'll be very humid out there tonight, so we're looking at maybe less pop in the colors, less vibrant colors. When it comes to wind, that impacts the direction of smoke. When those winds are pretty strong, it could pick up those embers and kind of drop them, and that could be a fire danger. It takes those embers a little bit farther. When the wind is calm, that's going to keep the smoke kind of trapped in the air. There's no wind to kind of mix out that smoke and clear up the visibility and the air quality. So calmer winds would mean worse air quality impacts. Of course, with dry conditions, there are some abnormally dry conditions out there that would increase the fire danger. I know some places out west where the mega drought is happening, they can't use fireworks at all this evening. Temperature typically decreases with height. Well, sometimes we get that decrease in height, and then at some point upstairs in the atmosphere, we get a little bit of an increase in height, a little bit of a nick, and that creates a cap in the atmosphere. We call it an inversion. Well, when we have a cap in the atmosphere from that inversion, that's going to trap the smoke again, so we'll have poor air quality, maybe poor visibility, because that smoke is just not allowed to escape the atmosphere with that little cap in place. Rain, thunderstorms, like we've been talking about, lightning could be a safety hazard, right? So if there's any lightning near any firework displays this evening, they'll need to wait a little bit until the lightning clears, and fog and low clouds can also impact visibility. But again, locally for tonight, we're looking at maybe a lightning delay depending on how these storms kind of set up. Otherwise, just humid and mostly cloudy.
Thanks, Lisa. Well, taking a live look over Monroe, where 4th of July festivities will start at 7, but fireworks are set to begin at sundown at Belk Tonawanda Park. You can also see some of those lingering clouds out there, kind of what we saw a little bit earlier here in Charlotte. Along with that, there was quite a bit of rain, too. I remember coming in to work, and it was a lot of rain. Jim Lytle is here tonight, and will that continue on to the evening? Will that threat at least continue?
Oh, it will, and there are some showers and storms, clusters of them around as we speak. So even though our uptown Charlotte cam looks pretty clear at this moment, there are showers and storms producing what is some heavier downpours. This is looking westward on our Gaston County camera there, we'll call it, and we've got lots of hazy humidity in the atmosphere there, and that is reducing visibility. There also are some storms popping up that way. We'll show you on radar in a moment what those look like, but suffice it to say that kind of milky sky you see there is all a result of the humidity that Lisa just talked about, and it's also going to produce more in the way of showers and storms. We think, and she even mentioned a little story there, how the sun helps bubble things up. When the sun starts to set here, it'll be less in the way of coverage, and so all fingers crossed, we think that most of those showers and storms will be out of here, and by 9 p.m., 80 degrees, between 9 and 9:30 when the fireworks show in Uptown Charlotte starts. It depends on when the game ends. That will determine when it starts, and then 80 degrees around 9 o'clock, between 80, 79, something like that, during the actual fireworks show, and lots of humidity and high dew points. Showing a lot of storms down across the coast. That's showing up well on visible satellite imagery, and some of the mushrooming cells around here also producing a lot of lightning hits. We'll take you on a little tour around our region and point out a couple things. First off, northeast side, far west side, and the far south side are all getting hit with some showers and storms. Some of those pretty heavy. We'll take you to Gaston County, as I mentioned on that camera shot there. North of Gastonia along 321 and up towards Stanley, a little cluster of showers just starting to form. Again, these will move out, we think, before the fireworks start, but will dampen down the ground in your neighborhood if it rains with any kind of vigor, like some of these storms are doing from Albemarle up to Gold Hill, North Carolina, and up towards Salisbury. This little area of showers and storms, this one's got quite a little bite to it. You can check it out right there, just northwest of Albemarle, there along 73. That's a pretty good downpour of rain. Again, once it moves out, it'll dry out pretty well, and that will take you to the south side. Waxhaw, you're enjoying the showers and thunderstorms too, and these are going to move out, we think, before the fireworks start. But that's a pretty good little line of showers and storms there. And impacting Waxhaw as we speak. South of Marvin, though, but over toward Van Wyck, and really all along 521 there as you go south out of Ballantyne. Rock Hill, same story along 77 out of Rock Hill, and down toward Richburg in South Carolina. That's a good cluster of showers and storms. These kind of ebb and flow. They build up and they collapse and they rebuild up, and that's the nature of it is when these storms are doing what they're doing right now. And then farther to the east, this is the heaviest of all of them. We end with this one, Wadesboro over to Polkton, toward Marshville and Wingate south of there. This is quite a cluster of showers and storms that's producing a lot of heavy rain in a short period of time. Again, we think they're going to be out of here by the time the fireworks start. 89 right now. Check out this dew point, 73, just outrageous. 97 yesterday. We didn't get anywhere near that warm today, and we're going to stay below that high temperature that we had during the day today. We're going to stay near that today than what we had yesterday as we continue to see this high humidity and temperatures well above, dew points well above normal for this time of year. Here's the 7-day forecast pointing out every day a chance of showers and storms, and those temperatures in the low 90s.